What's going on, guys, and welcome back to your Quebec Nordiques franchise mode. We have the most important draft in franchise history right upon us. It is the day of the NHL entry draft, and we are in Sunrise, Florida. That's right, we are in sunny Florida for the NHL entry draft. Now, this is going to be a fun one because there is some created players, and our team could change quite a bit right now. So if you look at the draft class, we got a comment here from Frosty Viper. He says, pick up the Russian goalie and please move up in the draft. So the Russian goalie, let me talk about the Russian Tendy. He's good. He's really good. He's medium elite right out of the draft. Yaroslav Askarov. Now, he is a monster in the KHL. He is one of the best up-and-coming goalies in the world. And look at this guy, 20-4. Jesus, he ripped it up in the KHL as an 18-year-old. This guy is NHL ready. If we could have Conrad Stastny, if we could have Matthew freaking Barzal on the back end, we have Nasty Nas, and between the pipes, Mr. Askarov, oh boy, this team could be nasty in a couple years. So Askarov is definitely on my radar for sure. Now, that leaves two other first round picks, because we have three, don't forget. Now, since we're in Quebec, it only makes sense to bring Alexis Lafreniere, or Alexis Lafreniere, however you want to pronounce it, but I think this guy would be so good in Quebec. The Quebec-born kid plays for Rimouski. He's obviously just an insane talent, 80 points in 68 games. He's the guy I want to get, but moving up to number 3 is not going to be easy. I mean, the kid's from a suburb of Montreal. It just seems so perfect. Barzal, Lafreniere, Stastny on the first line. Are you kidding me? Oh my god, I would absolutely love that. So I'm going to try everything in my power to trade something. I'm not too sure yet. I'm going to try everything in my power to land Alexis Lafreniere because Gordy Agerman is definitely going at number 1. Henry Robertson should go at number 2. I wish I could look at the draft lottery results because I don't even remember who's picking number 3. We're only going to have a couple minutes once that time comes, so I want to make the trade ASAP. But what do we even have to trade? That's the thing. We're going to have a look at our picks, or we're going to have to see which one we're going to use on Askarov, but who really do we have to trade? Cam Atkinson, is he on the block? Maybe, because I know how good Alexis Lafreniere is out of the draft. He could become available. Sammy Blais, we have a comment here about Mr. Sammy Blais. It's Richard. He says, you need to move Blais to the wing. They did him dirty on faceoffs. He only has 66 draws. I moved him to the left wing. He's now an 85 at the start of year number 3. Well, we're at the start of year number 2, and he's already an 84. I see what you're saying about the faceoffs, though. He's probably better suited for a winger, so I'll probably go ahead and change him over to a winger. But who's available that has some trade value? Not a whole lot, unfortunately. I don't really want to part ways with guys like Adam Fox. I know we're going to have to pay up a decent amount, and if that means potentially moving another pick from maybe the next year or the year after, that's going to be something we're going to have to do. But going into the draft, I have basically 2 game plans. Number 1, draft Askarov. Number 2, select a kid from Montreal, Alexis Lafreniere. That's right, baby. I want him on the team. It makes too much sense. Stastny, Barzal, Lafreniere, watch out, NHL. Now, I have one more comment to go over here from Ryan. He says, I'm so confused. If you look at Max Lafleur's number, he's wearing number 2, which is actually retired by Doug Harvey. I think something's up with Mr. Max Lafleur. That's not true. This guy in the comments, Mark, says he turned off the retired numbers. That's true. That's true. I wanted to see players rock their father's old number. So, for example, Gretzky is number 99. Just makes sense. Obviously, there's no further explanation there. I turned off the retired jersey numbers just for fun. Let's start the draft, baby. Alright, so we need to get to work ASAP. Who has the 3rd overall pick? It is the Vegas Golden Knights. Now, we can't let Vegas get Alexis Lafreniere because they ended up having him in our previous franchise mode. So what I'm going to do right away is I'm going to 12... man, hold on. Let me just do some pre-scouting here. So 12 would be nice to give to Vegas. 12 would be nice because I want to see where Askarov is scouted to go. I think we could get him with our 16th overall pick. We got to work quick here. We got to work quick. Askarov, where is he? So he's scouted to go 18, 18, and 23. So we could probably get him with our second first round pick, which is 16th overall, if I saw that correctly. Is that right? It is. So we could part ways with our own 12th overall pick. Now, let's see what else we're going to have to add. I know the first rounder is going to be worth a lot, so we have 4 second rounders. I'm going to go ahead and throw them 2 for this draft, the Islanders and our own. Even right there, it doesn't seem that bad. They move down 2 spots and they get, which is almost a first round pick here with the Islanders, and then our 44th. I know I'm going to have to add a little bit more here, so what do we have to add, if anything? Rookie skaters, let's see. We really don't have anything to throw their way, which sucks. I mean, we're an expansion team. We don't have a lot. Give me a break here. Give me something. Come on. Sami Niku, John Moore. John Moore makes $2 million. Honestly, it's not really a ton of picks, but I can see if they maybe want him. Let's see if this will go through. John Moore, a first and 2 seconds to move up 9 picks in the draft. We pay 2 additional seconds, and John Moore, that is rejected, obviously. Okay, we got to beef it up here. Might just be straight picks. I mean, we're getting Alexis freaking Lafreniere here. Cam Atkinson, is Cam Atkinson going to go? 5 years at 5.8. Should we throw in Cam Atkinson? That would make it more worth their while. Cam Atkinson, 2 seconds and a first. Oh man, I know it's a lot to pay, but it's Alexis freaking Lafreniere who's going to jump right into the first line, and we can save that cap hit for Cam Atkinson. So Atkinson, are you going to the Sin City? Are you going to Vegas? Trade rejected. Oh man, they don't want to get rid of the third, which absolutely sucks. Maybe I throw another second at them. Okay, and they pick Gordy Yzerman, and yes, you saw that, 94 overall. I know it's a bit crazy. I know. Come on, I can't take a timeout here. We will go back to that Gordy Yzerman thing in a minute here, but I can't take a timeout, so I have to just get it done as quick as I can. Then we'll talk about Gordy in a minute. If I throw in an additional second and I give you Cam Atkinson, how about that? To move up 9 spots in the draft, you get 3 additional draft picks. Come on, baby. Alexis Lafreniere wants to come home. Trade rejected. What else can I add? Oh, no. Okay, what if I added our other first, our super late first, which is what, 30th overall or something? 29th. So I'm giving you a ton of value here. 2 firsts, 2 seconds, and Cam Atkinson to move up 9 spots. Come on, give me Alexis Lafreniere. Trade rejected. Like, you can see I'm offering a decent amount here. What else do I have to add? Seriously, a first for next year? I don't want to do that. What about if I make it a first for 2022? All right. So it's a few years down the road, but you get an additional first. You're getting 3 firsts and Cam Atkinson for Alexis Lafreniere. Like, we're seriously paying up the ass to get this guy right now. I know we're kind of doing this like turbo time, but I really don't have a lot to offer. So come on, Vegas, take my firsts. Do it, please. Will you take this deal? Trade rejected. Oh man, this is just proving to all the Erics out there that I do have the trade difficulty on medium. I mean, they're not going to want Patrick Hornquist. I'd rather a first than Patrick Hornquist, but maybe. Trade rejected. Oh no. What if I try Minnesota? Do they want to get rid of the second? No, that's not going to work because they obviously want to take that defenseman. I mean, maybe miraculously somehow they don't take Alexis Lafreniere at 3. Maybe. Let's see what else I can add here. Let's give them 3 seconds, a first, and Cam Atkinson, all right, for the second overall pick. We're going to take Alexis Lafreniere and skip over the defenseman. He's a left winger. No, he's not. He's a right winger. I lied to you. Cam Atkinson. They want Atkinson. They want all of this. Will this go through? Trade rejected. Oh, man, this is straight up stressful. Oh, Vegas. What am I going to do with you? And they pick Robertson. So I don't have anything else to add, man. Like, you guys see, I'm seriously trying here. I'd have to give up, like, Nasir McLeod, which I really don't want to do. Is Adam Fox going to be a guy we're going to have to part ways with? If I give you Atkinson, Fox, and the 12th, and maybe a second. Oh man, this is a ton to give up here. The trade value's even. I don't want to give up on Adam Fox, but I mean, we're getting Alexis Lafreniere. Come on. Will this go through? Trade rejected. Even if I was to add another second or even another first, they're not going to take it. You saw I offered them 3 first-round picks and everything else I had, and they're still going to say no. Miraculously, maybe they don't pick Alexis Lafreniere, and then we can move on to the wings at number 4. I know he's one of the best players in the draft. I know he's 83 overall out of the draft. I made him a lot better. So, unfortunately, maybe it's going to have to happen down the road, but Alexis Lafreniere is going to the Sin City, and you just absolutely hate to see it. Good luck in Vegas. And they took him. High elite 83 overall. He's the guy we needed, man. He's seriously who we needed. But who else is out there? Maybe we can move up. It's not over yet. We could get Yasukazu. We could get another Japanese boy or Quinton Byfield. Let's move up and pick Yasukazu. Maybe you'll want to trade. Maybe Detroit wants to get rid of their 4th, and they don't. Fortunately, they don't want to get rid of their 4th. They don't want any seconds. I'm going to throw 2 seconds their way to move up 8 spots in the draft. What am I going to have to give you? Because seriously, I don't have a lot aside from Nasty Nas. I'm just going to basically have to offer you picks and Cam Atkinson, a first, 2 second, and Cam Atkinson for the 4th, and we pick the Japanese boy, Yasukazu, which I'm not super pumped on. I would much rather have Alexis Lafreniere, but let's see if this will go through. I'm going to take away 1 of the seconds because the 4th has a significant amount of less value. So basically a first, a second, and Cam Atkinson for the 4th overall pick. Trade rejected. I'm trying here, boys. I'm trying. I don't want to overpay. I don't want to sacrifice our future too much, but I would really like to move up here. Come on, I'll throw away. I'll give you another second. Trade rejected. The table was too far off. You guys can see I'm seriously trying here. Like, this is basically what I was offering for the 1st overall pick. We throw another second their way and move up 8 spots. Unfortunately, boys, as an expansion team, we just simply do not have enough to move up in the draft. I was calling GMs left and right. I've been trying. I'm calling Steve Yzerman, but unfortunately, it looks like he's going to have to make his selection. It's going to be Yasukazu, and he's 81 high elite. Maybe the Hawks want to work with us and we pick Quinton Byfield? Maybe. All right, moving up to the 5th. All right, we tried number 1, we tried 3, we tried 4. How about number 5? All right, come on. This shouldn't be too much to move up. I mean, I know we're going to have to give up a decent amount, but... And now Quinton Byfield is nothing to mock at either because he is 82 overall out of the draft. So if we give him a first, a second, and Cam Atkinson for basically Quinton Byfield, will this go through? Trade rejected. Guys, I'm seriously trying here. All right, what am I going to do? Do I throw another second their way? Let's just throw... And then we only have, what, 2 seconds? 1 second? Oh, man, what do we do? Only having 1 second-round pick. Yikes. But we're going to throw them Cam Atkinson, another terrible contract. Will this go through for Quinton Byfield? Trade rejected. You know what, boys? I think we might have to just stand pat. Let's see who Chicago is going to pick. It should be Quinton Byfield, and there he is. 82 overall, medium elite. Now, who else is even out there? To move up 6 spots in the draft to pick Holtz, Raymond. We could get Cole Perfetti back. I really like Holtz. I really like Raymond. These are 2 guys that I'd rather have. I don't need another center, although he is looking pretty nasty. Tim Stützle as well, I know is not that bad. We might be able to get Tim Stützle as well. He's pretty good out of the draft. Alexander Holtz, I wouldn't mind grabbing, or Lucas Raymond as well. I know Lucas Raymond gets pretty nasty. He's NHL ready right away. I think he's like 80 overall to the draft. I don't really want to fleece the Islanders again. We might fleece the Oilers, or they want to get rid of their pick. Buffalo wants to get rid of their selection. You can see there that little green target means they want to get rid of the pick. So who else is out there? The next two selections should be Holtz and Promerev. So Lucas Raymond should hypothetically be available. The Islanders should pick the Russian here. There he is, high top 6, 63. That's a yikes. All right, let's see about Edmonton here. What does Edmonton need? Edmonton needs a skilled forward. No, they don't. But this is NHL 20, so we're going to go ahead and throw them Cam Atkinson anyways. What else do you guys need? What else do you want? I'll give you my 12th, so you're going to move a few spots down the draft. You get Cam Atkinson, who's going to help out Connor McDavid, and I'm going to throw a second your way as well. You're not dropping a ton, but this should go through, and then we'll go ahead and pick Lucas Raymond here with the 7th overall pick. Trade accepted. There you go. I almost feel guilty. Okay, maybe I could have got that done without the second, but we are going to move up in the draft. We are going to get two needs here. We're going to get a nice winger, and then at number 16, I hope he's still available, and that's going to be Askarov. Maybe we'll try and move up here like to Tampa Bay and just pick him right away. Maybe throw another second there, but with our first selection, we are going to select Lucas Raymond from the Frulinda Indians. Let's walk up to the podium here in Florida and make our selection. On behalf of the Quebec Nordiques, we would like to congratulate the Carolina Hurricanes on their second Stanley Cup. We'd also like to thank the city of Florida for their awesome hospitality this weekend at the NHL entry draft, and we are very proud to select from the Frölunda Indians of the SHL right winger Lucas Raymond. Welcome to Quebec. And he is 77 medium elite. So the Islanders once again screwed up big time. Not only did they basically gift us Matthew Barzal, they skipped over Lucas Raymond. You just hate to see it. Okay, so that's what we did. We moved up, we traded Atkinson, which I know it might be a little bit much, but when you think about it in the long term, we're going to have to pay these guys. Atkinson was making 5.8 for the next 5 years. If you think of how much money that Conrad Stastny is going to demand, you think of how much money Askarov is going to demand once we draft him, because I am going to draft him. We're also going to have to think about Matthew Barzal as well. I know he's locked up for the next 7 years, but that's that additional cap space that we have, which is awesome. So let's have a look at Buffalo here. They should pick Holtz. No, they picked Cole Perfetti. You'll love to see it. Cole Perfetti, absolute legend in our Saskatchewan franchise mode. All right, so Vegas, they're going to get Alexis Lafreniere and Holtz, and he's 77 medium elite. Two-way forward sniper. I think having Matthew Barzal, Lucas Raymond, and Conrad Stastny together, that's a nasty line. But a two-way forward for Alexander Holtz. Now it gets kind of sketchy because goalies, I've seen them jump up in the draft. Goalies, I've seen them jump way down. So I don't know if he's going to be available at our selection. I really hope he is. Oh my God, he looks sick. Yaroslav Askarov. All right, so we made our selection at number 7. We ended up trading up for Lucas Raymond, and I think everyone won it. I think everyone wins in that deal. Edmonton gets Atkinson, so there you go. Les Montreal Canadiens, they picked Tim Stützle, who's 63 medium elite. So that's going to be a nice little rivalry there. The New York Rangers, are they going to screw us over? Are they going to pick a goalie? That would be the smart thing to do since Henrik Lundqvist is on the way out. Henrik Lundqvist went to Ottawa. They really need a goalie, but they pick Lundell, who's medium elite. All right, now it gets sketchy here. Edmonton, do not screw me over. They pick Rossi. Okay, thank God. So, oh man, we're 3 picks away. Do we risk it or do we try to move up? I might move up to Tampa depending on what Ottawa does here at number 13. They pick Barron. Oh my God, what a bad pick. Do we risk it, boys? Do we risk it? Both of these guys want to trade their picks. I really don't want them to take the goalie. I really don't. Plus, they want to get rid of the pick. This is actually the Vancouver pick, believe it or not. So if I'll give you 16 and I'll throw in a third as well to move up 2 spots, is that enough? Let's see, if I give you an additional third, it might have to be a little bit more. No, okay, I'll take that. There you go. Thank you very much. We have a trade to announce. Gary Bettman, he's pumped on it. So we get to move up and we make our selection. Here we go. Before we make our selection, the Quebec Nordiques would like to acknowledge and thank all of our 17,475 fans in the Poutine Place watching the NHL entry draft from your hometown in Quebec. And with the 18th overall selection, we are extremely proud to select from SKA St. Petersburg of the Continental Hockey League, goaltender Yaroslav Askarov. Welcome to Quebec, and he is 77 medium elite. So maybe what's best is we throw him in the AHL for 1 year, and we let him just become the most insane goalie he possibly can be. Medium elite, he's listed as a minor starter, so I don't want to rush this guy. Again, we're in no rush here. His reflexes are nice, puck control's nice, everything's looking good for Yaroslav Askarov, the goalie of the future for your Quebec Nordiques. All right, so let's see who everyone else picks. Now remember, we do have one more pick in this draft. Now it's going to be all the way back here at 29. So I don't necessarily need to keep this pick. We could get some nice prospects here with the 29th overall selection. At 29, we've got guys like Igor Frolov, Kryl Datsuk. There's actually a few nasty players available, it looks like. We could hang on to it, or we could trade this pick for maybe some prospects. Let's see what's out there. As an expansion team, we don't have a lot, so I'm basically looking for prospects. Who wants to get an extra first? I've done everything I wanted to in this draft. A high-end forward, a high-end goalie. We have a couple seconds we can work with. Let's see what players are available. Let's see who wants to drop some players, who wants to acquire another first. I mean, I could go to LA right now and pick up Tobias Bjornfort. That would be such a greasy trade. 76 overall, 19 years old. He doesn't have a ton of trade value. I could get him right now and get something else, but since we kind of greased the Islanders last episode, maybe I'll stay away from greasing teams that much. Let's see what else is out there. I'm looking at Connor Timmins here from the Colorado Avalanche. Now the Avs have a ton of defensive prospects, obviously Cam Makar, Bowen Byram, so Connor Timmins kind of gets pushed to the edge. 6'2", 180, he's not giant, but he's a former second round pick. He's 21 years old. He's listed as a minor top 2, so he's almost ready. If we could get, oh wait, hold on, we got to come back to this because the Penguins made their pick, and now look at this, we get to go right to Colorado. But we could trade that first for Connor Timmins, depending. That's just another option, not saying we're going to do it, but that's just the kind of player that we potentially could get. They also want to get rid of Bowen Byram, Saskatchewan Stag legend. What are you doing? I kind of only want to trade for a player if the team is looking to get rid of them, like Lucas Johansson. I would love to get. He's 22 years old. Again, he's almost on the cusp of making the NHL. That's another player that's out there. Alexis Lafreniere, I don't want to talk about it. I'm upset. Like Klim Kostin, again, is another guy who's out there, but look at Gordy Yzerman. I guess we should talk about it. There he is, 94 overall out of the draft. Yes, it's absolutely insane. Yes, I know. But that's the fun of the franchise mode. They're going to have Hall, Tarasenko, and Yzerman on the same line together. What have I done? Oh my God. And then they're going to have O'Reilly, Shen, and Robert Thomas, and David Perron. Oh my God. What have I done? What have I done? Oh my God. The 29th overall doesn't even have that much value. I might just hang on to it. Like Connor Timmins, he's the best player available, 21 years old, minor top 2. This could kind of be like trading for a Griffin Reinhart type situation. If you remember what the Oilers did, they ended up giving up a first for Griffin Reinhart. But you know what? Let's build through the draft here. I said I've wanted it. That's basically been my goal since we've started. So we're going to build through the draft and we're going to see what else is available. This is basically what we ended up getting for Eric Stahl. So what are we going to turn Eric Stahl into? Chase Steckel, who's an absolute unit at 6'3", 213. He doesn't have great hands, but a similar style as Henrik Zetterberg. Okay. Connor McLennan. Okay, that's kind of a cool name. He is 5'10". He's really tiny, 157 pounds. That's not a big dude at all. For a first rounder, Jeremy Poirier or Jeremy Poirier. He is a two-way defenseman, 6 feet tall, from the St. John Sea Dogs. He's 5 years away. Alex Pietrangelo, similar style. Hendrix Lapierre. Fun fact about Hendrix Lapierre: if you are in NHL 20, if you have an item, if you're in the game, if you play junior hockey, you're eligible for a 99 overall hut card. So Hendrix Lapierre was sliding in my DMs asking who to get in contact with if I can hook him up with a 99 card. So shout out Hendrix Lapierre, close personal friend. Lee Davis. All right, so it kind of gets out of the first round territory here. Hendrix Lapierre might be the last player I want to pick, but you know what? We picked a goalie, we picked a forward here. Let's go with a defenseman, Jeremy Poirier, out of the St. John Sea Dogs of the QMJHL, or we can go with Chase Steckel. We could get Chase Steckel, who's just a big dude, or another good defensive prospect. Let's go with the defensive prospect here, Jeremy Poirier. Welcome to Quebec, and he is 62 medium top 4. All right, what about Steckel? So, I mean, it's pretty much the exact same thing. All right, I'll take it. Hendrix Lapierre, close personal friend. There he is. All right, so this video might just be strictly just the draft because there's a lot to do in the NHL draft. Let's move up to our 36th overall pick here. That was weird. The screen kind of flashed. So we picked a goalie, we picked a defenseman, we also picked a sick forward. Let's maybe go back to the forwards here. Dwayne Mercer, or we go with Brendan Coe. Brendan Coe is a grinder, which I like. 6'4", just an absolute unit, 4 years away. Or we can go with Dawson Mercer from the Q. You know, we've picked quite a few players from the Q. Let's go with Brendan Coe, who's just a big dude. Or there's Victor Kostensen here, who could be pretty damn good as a center, but I would like a big dude on our bottom 6. Let's go with Brendan Coe here. Maybe a waste of a second. Let's see what he looks like. He is 62 medium top 9. I'll take it. I'll take that. I'm interested to see what that Russian guy is. Mercer is 63 medium top 9. He's a sniper. I was going for a big guy, but okay, there he is. So 60 medium top 9. We made the right choice for sure. Now on to our second round pick. Who do we miss out on here? Anyone? Ooh, 67 medium. Ooh, 80 overall for the Leafs? What? Are you serious? Oh my god. Kai Pillman. Oh my god. What the hell? Where'd this guy come from? 80 overall in the second round. That's the kind of shit we need. Let's see if we can get ourselves a nice little 80 overall here. Let's see what's available at the 46th overall selection. We can go with another goalie, Tucker Tynan. Okay, or we go with Simon Kubiak, who's a big defenseman out of Seattle. What else is out there? Marcus Gretz. He's great. You think that guy ever gets chirped for having the last name Gretz? Marcus Gretz. Okay. 4 years away. Francis Colliel. Aussie. What a name. Our scout recommends Gretz or the goalie. You know what? I'm a big fan of having lots of goalies. Sometimes goalies can grow quick. Sometimes they take a little bit longer. But regardless, they're going to have trade value. This guy could be medium elite. Let's pick another goaltender here. And he's medium starter, 60 overall. So there you go. We picked another goaltender. Who do we miss out on? 61 high 7th D. I think we made the right choice there. Gretz, again, is 60 overall, high 7th D. I'll take a medium starter over a high 7th D any day of the week. But by far the steal of the second round so far has been that guy for Toronto. 80 overall. I've never seen that in the second round. That's wild. All right, the 61st overall pick, our last second round pick here. We got two guys that the scout recommends. 6'7". Oh my god, this man is a unit. Or we go with Elliot here out of the Q. You know what? Say no more. Igor Chibarokov. Oh my god. This guy's like Zdeno Chara. He's only 3 years away as well. Out of the Owen Sound attack, absolutely. A big, giant, towering defenseman. 60 overall, medium 7th D. He might not become anything, but 6'7", you gotta take a chance on him. There wasn't a whole lot we missed out on here. Looks like the Predators got a pretty good sniper there in Korobov, but really nothing else that catches my eye. So we're going to go ahead and make one of our first third round picks. I think we have a few of them. We can go with another goalie here who's confirmed high starter. Oh, I mean, we just selected two goalies. This guy's a gem, though. Cody Para, another defenseman. I wouldn't mind taking a forward here, but we might have to listen to our scout. Our scout recommends him. He is a gem, and I've had pretty good luck with gems. So Cody Para, welcome to Quebec. And he is 63 low top 4. Is that really a gem? I guess it's not terrible. Low top 6, 62 overall. That goalie still hasn't been selected. Who's taking the goalie? Who's taking the tendy? Come on, he's confirmed high starter. Someone has to take him. Our next pick's at 108, so he's definitely not going to drop that far. But who's going to get the goalie? It's going to be Toronto, isn't it? It's going to be Toronto. There he is, 64 overall, high starter. That is a good pick. Well, you know what? You can't win them all. I know I probably should have picked the goalie, but we already picked 2. I don't want to have too many goaltending prospects. Let's go with the winger here, 6'4", 210. Let's go with him. He looks to be pretty good. He's a power forward. I like that. Out of the SHL, Magnus Havfeld, 57 medium bottom 6. All right, well, let's continue on with the selections here. One of our 5th rounders. I think we have 2 5ths. What do we got here? Not a whole lot here. Seeing if there's any medium or seeing if there's any elite guys here around the 140 mark. This guy could be low elite at 186. Another defenseman, though. Our scout recommends this goalie at 173, so another tendy we could take. Any confirmed players here around the mark I'm picking at 140? Doesn't really look like it. This guy's confirmed low top 6. It's not that great, honestly. Let's go with the 17-year-old here in the 5th round. Ty Dimitrakos, 17 years old. Let's pick him. Let's see what he's looking like here. He is 48 overall. Oh my god. This could be like that defenseman we had in Saskatchewan where he was 48 overall out of the draft and then he grew to be like 84 overall or something like that. Could happen. Voinov was probably a better pick, to be honest with you. So was Thompson. Yeah, it wasn't a great selection, actually. With our 6th round pick here, we can go with a couple defensemen, another tendy. You know what? Let's throw a 6th rounder at a goaltender. Why the hell not? And he's low backup, 59 overall. At this point, it's kind of just throwing picks, seeing if they hit. That one wasn't super fantastic. Our last selection, the last one of this insane draft we've had, medium bottom 6, Henry Strachan. Absolutely. There you go, medium bottom 6, or we can go with Mikko Parola, who's 6'3", 17. Let's go with the American here. Let's go with him. Harvey, welcome to Quebec, and he is 49 overall. These guys are definitely projects, that's for sure. That is the NHL draft. Look at all of our picks. Holy. Lucas Raymond, Askarov, Poirier, Coe, Tynan, Chibrikov, that absolute unit. We had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 picks in the first top 76. That's pretty impressive. We had a lot of draft picks. Honestly, I think with what we had, we kind of made it work. It was kind of difficult because we didn't have a ton to trade, but let me get everything sorted out here. Let me have a look at everyone's contract. We're going to have to spend a little bit of money, but we have $50 million to work with, so I'm not that worried. But one thing for sure, I want to sign Askarov right away. Here's all the goalies we selected, and obviously I want to sign Lucas Raymond because he might not be ready. You know what? 4th line forward, he might be ready to jump in right away. So let me go ahead and sign everyone here. I don't think we have to spend a ton of money. I know Adam Larson has to be re-signed, Grabner. Honestly, all these guys are like $2 million to $4 million, so it's not really going to be a huge re-sign stage here. UC Saros and James Reimer I got to re-sign, and then we're going to be big players in free agency. I like Adam Larson, and I think he's good for the team. 84 overall, a nice steady defenseman. I'm going to give him a 2-year deal at 4.55. There you go. Michael Grabner, again, just a good guy to have on the team. $2 million at 2 years. You can't hate that. Now, this is a contract I don't want to give out. Jake McCabe, $4 million for 5 years. No, thank you. 82 overall. I'm thinking more something along the lines of this. Not really pumped on a 5-year deal. If you don't like that, you can go somewhere else, sir. Our starting goalies are going to be really cheap. UC Saros wants 1.3 million. Absolutely. That's going to be a year just to prove himself to be a legitimate starter. And James Reimer wants the exact same amount. So 2.6 million on your goaltenders. I'll take that any day of the week. Thank you very much. Looking at this guy here, I would love if this guy was to pan out. 6'7", only 190, that seems weird. He needs to put on some weight for sure, but I'd be super pumped if we had like a 6'7" shutdown defenseman. That would be awesome. So I kind of expected this. Guys that didn't want a ton of money and their contract wasn't too crazy, they might not re-sign because they don't think the team is going to win. Now this makes sense for Matthew Perreault, 32 years old. He wants to win now. We're not going to win for 3 years at the minimum. So you know what? I understand this. Matthew Perreault, as a Quebec-born kid, I would love for you to stick around, but I know you got your sights set on a Stanley Cup. So good luck. I hope you find the team you're looking for, but he's not coming back. All these guys, Jake McCabe said yes. James Reimer said no. Okay, interesting. Adam Larson, that's good. Good to have him back. UC Saros is good to go. Grabner. Tanner Pearson said no. I mean, that's kind of understandable as well. We might have to fill out the team in free agency here. Anton Lindholm said yes. That's good. Andreas Borgman, there you go. Askarov is good to go. You'd love to see it. I have a full roster, so a lot of these guys aren't going to be able to accept. Once we get into free agency, that's fine. You know what? So we only lose out on James Reimer and we lose out on Matthew Perreault, and we're still going to have, what, $39 million to work with? I'm pretty happy about this. Okay, so here is how the team looks like. Before I look at free agency, I want to write it on a piece of paper and show you guys what we're working with. Yes, it's interesting to say the least. Barzal, Stastny, and Sammy Blais? Do we move the young kid up to the first line wing to play alongside of Barzal and Stastny? Now, going into this, I had the thought that we were going to be landing Alexis Lafreniere, so my thing kind of changed a little bit when Vegas wouldn't trade him to me. Even though I was offering him the farm, they all said no. So that's how it's looking right now. Grabner, X, and Hornquist, Patan, X, Lucas Raymond. We need a whole fourth line. Like, we need to spend some money, and good thing because we have $39 million to work with. So let's get to work. What's available in free agency? Evgeny Dadonov, all right? Jumbo Joe Thornton, Hoffman, Kovalchuk. So unfortunately, it's not as spicy as I was expecting. I was hoping there might have been maybe, a big free agent out there. We could get a nice first line left winger, like an 88 overall guy like Braden Shan or something like that, like someone who's around that caliber to play alongside of Barzal and Stastny. But unfortunately, there isn't. So this is a shitty year for free agents, which kind of sucks, but we're going to make it work. Now, as for tendies, we need a backup goalie, which shouldn't be too difficult to find. Looks like it's the year of the goalie. Anderson, Rene, Lundqvist, oh my god. Jordan Bennington's in free agency, Philip Grubauer. There's all these guys, but we just need a backup, so we're not going to worry about that too much. But what I'm going to do, I think I'm going to leave this one with you guys. What should we do? You see what the team looks like. I want you to copy and paste how you would make this team through free agency. What would you do? I know it's not... we could go after, Dadonov, Thornton, Hoffman, Kovalchuk, Schwartz, and Wilson, but I don't really want to do that. So I'm going to leave it with you. This is something I haven't done in the past. I want to let you build my team through free agency. What would you do? You saw what it looks like. Now you see everyone available. Let me know. I want you guys to help me out in free agency a little bit here. Let me know. Like a guy like Nemestikov, would that be good to go for? Is there any young guys with any potential really, like maybe 24 years old? They're all older, it looks like. 32, 29, 29, yeah. So the free agent crop this year kind of sucks, to be honest, and that is not good for us. But, going into year number 2, I don't know if we want to spend a whole bunch or do we want to go for one more bad year and then we're going to have Lucas Raymond, we're going to have Askarov, we're going to have Nasty Nas, we're going to have all those guys coming up, and I can't check out the next year's draft. So I'm going to leave it up to you guys, all right? It's something I usually don't do, but I want you guys to build the team in free agency. Let me know what we should do before I go sign all these guys. I want to get your guys' opinion first. So definitely a successful draft. I want you guys to rate the draft out of 10, 1 being you suck, 10 being you are literally the best general manager the NHL has ever seen. I think I did all right. I think I'm going to rate myself about a 7. I think I gave up too much in that Edmonton trade, but that's going to be up to you guys. Let me know how we should build the team. We're going to have to be spenders in free agency. What should we do? Write down your lines and your contracts in the comments, and I will see you guys in the next one.